The NBA 2023-24 play-in will kick off this Tuesday with 8 teams. 4 teams from each conference vie for 2 spots in the playoffs. The format remains the same as in recent years. That means the 7th seed faces the 8th seed, and the 9th seed plays against the 10th seed. The winner of the first matchup advances to the playoffs as the 7th seed, while the loser contends in a final game against the winner of the other matchup. Meanwhile, the loser of the 9th-10th matchup is eliminated. This season, in the West, the New Orleans Pelicans finished 7th, the Los Angeles Lakers 8th, the Sacramento Kings 9th, and the Golden State Warriors 10th. So, this Tuesday, the Pelicans and Lakers face off in New Orleans. The winner will face the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs. Now, the loser of that matchup will play against the winner of the Kings and Warriors. In the East, the Philadelphia 76ers, 7th, will take on the Miami Heat, 8th, while the Chicago Bulls, 9th, will go up against the Atlanta Hawks, 10th. Therefore, the winner between the Sixers and Heat will compete in the playoffs against the New York Knicks in the first round. The loser gets another chance, now against the winner of the Bulls and Hawks. Despite being a heavily criticized format in the recent past, the NBA play-in has become a safety valve for teams, and in 2023-24, it was no different. With a very strong Western Conference, the Pelicans didn't secure a direct playoff spot with 49 wins and 33 losses. That's a 59.8% win rate. The Warriors, ranked 10th, had 46 victories in 82 games, 56.1%. To give an idea of how competitive the West was, the Pelicans had the same record as the Milwaukee Bucks, who were 3rd in the East. Now let's talk about the Eastern Conference teams. In 7th place, the Sixers had a strong campaign and were almost always among the top 4 in the East, but Joel Embiid's injury brought the team down. Nevertheless, they appear as favorites to move forward, even against the Miami Heat. Probable starting lineup: Kyle Lowry, Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. In 8th place, we have the Miami Heat, a team that no one expected to be there and is back in the NBA play-in 2023-24. The current runner-up in the league, the Heat went through several issues during the campaign. The problem is, they weren't consistent. Despite having Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Herro, Miami missed out on direct qualification once again. Can lightning strike twice in the same place? Nevertheless, the Heat may not have Terry Rozier due to a neck injury. Rozier hasn't played in the last 4 games of the season. Probable starting lineup: Tyler Herro, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. In 9th place is the Chicago Bulls. Without Zach LaVine since January and Lonzo Ball for 2 consecutive seasons, the Chicago Bulls have found a way to compete with Kobe White and DeMar DeRozan leading the team. Although far from ideal, the Bulls fight with what they have. They didn't consider a direct qualification battle at any point in the season, but they take care of the ball well, which is the minimum to try something in the league. Probable starting lineup: Kobe White, Alex Caruso, Javonte Green, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic. In 10th place is the Atlanta Hawks. Among all the teams competing in the NBA play-in 2023-24, the Hawks have the worst record. Besides having a poor defense, Atlanta has only won 43.9% of their games. It's too little for a team aiming to contend, but the team hopes to have an inspired Trae Young, as he was in 2021-22. Although Young is still recovering from an injury, he recently returned to the court. By the way, injuries can really disrupt what remains of the Hawks in 2023-24. Several players are doubtful for the encounter with the Bulls, such as Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella, Onyeka Okongwu, in addition to the certain absence of Saddiq Bey. Probable starting lineup: Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Bogdan Bogdanovic, DeAndre Hunter, Clint Capella. Now let's talk about the teams from the West. Occupying the 7th place, the New Orleans Pelicans had a celebration planned in New Orleans. They just needed to win against the Los Angeles Lakers at home or hope for the Minnesota Timberwolves to beat the Phoenix Suns at home. In other words, they were really close to securing the direct spot. But the Lakers and Suns won, which complicated the team's situation. Now, the Pelicans host the Lakers once again on Tuesday. The problem is Brandon Ingram, who returned to the court without being fully fit yet. Ingram missed 12 games due to injury, but he's going to play through it. all for the sake of a playoff spot. Probable starting lineup: C.J. McCollum, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas. In 8th place, we have the Los Angeles Lakers. Last week, the Lakers even dropped to 10th. However, the team won the games it needed and finished 8th in the West. The concern is Anthony Davis, who left with a back injury against the New Orleans Pelicans. In the last 29 games, the Lakers won 20. So, they are experiencing their best moment of the season. At 39 years old, LeBron James concluded his 21st season in the NBA, the 6th with the Lakers. By the way, he has been scoring 25 points per game or more since his second year in the league. And it was no different in 2023-24. Probable starting lineup: D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, Anthony Davis. In 9th place comes the Sacramento Kings. The Kings seemed poised to repeat last season's success, but they fell short. In 2022-23, the California team was a big surprise, finishing with 48 wins and 34 losses and securing a direct playoff spot. In the current campaign, they won 46 out of 82 games, but the injuries to Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk weigh heavily on the final result. With 7 losses in the last 11 games, the Kings plummeted to 9th place after being 5th until February 25th. The bets are all on De'Aaron Fox, the 3rd player in history to lead the NBA in steals and have an average of 25 points or more, and Domantas Sabonis, who recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles. Probable starting lineup: De'Aaron Fox, Keon Ellis, Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes, Domantas Sabonis. In 10th place is the Golden State Warriors. Despite the Warriors having several excuses for their campaign in 2023-24, few teams enter the NBA play-in as those to be feared. After all, with 4 titles since 2015, the Warriors have always been intimidating. But for the second time in 4 years, the team will compete in the play-in. A sign of the times? But when you have Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, you always have a chance, right? Probable starting lineup: Chris Paul, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green. Now, I would very much like to know your opinion on the subject dealt with in this. Leave us here so we can interact if you agree or not. This video will stay here. If you liked, do not forget to enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell not to miss any video here. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Now, at the end, YouTube will recommend some videos from our channel, so go ahead and watch them all. Until the next video, peace to all.